This ain't no game, this that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55 was goody. Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. All the shows spread fake news. We just call it podcast. West, Joey, Sam, Sean, Dalton. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he wants small fries. Tell him they better make him big. Yeah, you already know what we be on.
You bet. Here he goes. This place is gone.
If we set it and set it in stone, sit in the seat, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal Sports Zone.
Straight steal of home. The slide. The Cards win.
The magic is working tonight. How do you know when things are
The emotional journey to the championship.
Welcome, everybody. We are coming to you live from the Shoot 360 studios. It's the longest running streaming podcast series in the city devoted to Louisville athletics. It is the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast, brought to you by Prime IV Louisville. Prime IV Louisville, give them a call at 502-251-9836 to get your health resurgence begun today. We start the podcast as we're also on Game Watch. We're doing a little bit of scouting. Virginia and Florida State playing each other. There's a little bit left in that game. We'll keep you updated as it is. Sean, you said that's our next opponent?
Virginia, yep.
All right. Well, Sean puts the Virgin in Virginia, so here we are. I'm your host, Jeremy Wahman, here with my co-host for the day. It is the big little brother, Joe Wahman.
Acknowledge me.
Shut up, Sean. And last but not least, it is the barber of DeVille, Sean Barber.
How's it going?
Next to him, at another birthday party, it's Sam Baisden.
What up, what up, what up?
He's not here yet. What's up, Aaron Walker in the building? It is what it is. Don't forget the Mossy Oak chat line is open. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or however, send us your questions on social media. Check on the graphic below to see how you can follow the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast on social media. Also, how you can help support the podcast monetarily. Hit that thumbs up button while you're here on YouTube. Make sure you are watching on YouTube if you can. It'll help us out more. And shout out to all of our fine sponsors. Fitness Market, Four Pegs, the Collision Course Crew, Tailgaters, Cherry Pick and Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, Rally House, Beckman's Fine Blades, Josh Jarbo from Remax Realty, and the new title sponsor, Prime IV Louisville. As you see our new graphic on the board today, looking pretty sweet with the Prime IV.
You know what this reminds me of?
Spotlighted.
How everybody is like gathered to rush the field. Remember when the blue turds up the road thought they had LSU beat?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
And that turned around. Like it's got that feel all over it.
Absolutely. Where were we at?
You read Prime IV.
Prime IV, thank you. Don't forget, we got episode 300 coming up here in a couple of weeks, in a month. All-star show there. We got Chris Redmond confirmed. We got a couple of other guys that have confirmed. One of them is real wishy-washy, so we'll see if he shows up or not, Steve. But we'll announce everybody else as we get closer to that date. Let's get right into it. This is our Friday night show. As always, we do a really short, quick recap or a preview of the game tomorrow. We'll get through this as quickly as we can so you all can get to bed. You can finish watching the game. You can mute the game and have us turned all the way up. So that's how we like it. But let's get started. Debuted a new piece this week called Ones to Watch. And I put a little bit for those of you all that didn't know a lot about Pittsburgh. We put a little bit of something together. Pittsburgh is averaging a lofty 43.3 points per game after putting 61 on Duquesne and 45 on CMU. It's quite possible their PPG can be a little intimidating and also misleading at the same time. They've rushed for a total of only 328 yards and thrown for 945 through the air in 3 games. Their starting quarterback, Eli Holstein, has the following stat line so far. He's completed 58 of 88, thrown 3 picks, thrown for 822 yards, 9 touchdowns with a long of 68. He's averaging 274 yards per game through the air with former guard Katarius Hicks being one of his primary targets. The offensive has also only committed 2 turnovers this year so far, both being Holstein INTs. Receiving wise, Raphael Williams and Kenny Johnson accompanies Cat Hicks. They're leading the way this season on the ground. Des Reed and Eli Holstein lead the way rushing wise. Holstein has also been sacked 8 times for negative 57 yards, putting his net rushing yards at 50 total. Still the second leading rusher at 50. Not big numbers rushing wise. The defense has only given up 243 yards on the ground all year and 608 through the air for an average of 283 total yards per game given up. Louisville can easily surpass the rushing yards allowed by Pittsburgh from their first 3 games in one singular contest this Saturday. That is, as long as the 3-headed rushing monster is available and ready to go, even if it's only key one, which it won't be. I wrote this earlier this week. Leading the charge, he can get half of that himself. Their defense has only forced 3 turnovers this year, scoring points off of each of those 3 turnovers. They've sacked the opposing quarterback 12 times this year. They're allowing an astounding 91% scoring percentage from the red zone. Pitt has given up 6 touchdowns this season for an average of 2 per game. Their leading tacklers are linebacker Rasheem Biles with 30 and DB Couche Brookins. That sounds like one of those Key and Peele skits. But their most complete defensive player, however, is linebacker Kyle Lewis. He has 3rd in tackles with 19, the leader in tackle for losses with 3.5, tied for picks with 1, and he's the leader in fumble recoveries with 1. Their special teams, 6 for 7 for field goals. Their punter averages 44.1 yards punting per game. Here's how their scoring breaks down. In the first quarter, they have outscored their opponents 21-0. Second quarter, 40-23. Third quarter, 32-14. And fourth quarter, 37-13. The only problem with that is they have lost 1 game despite outscoring their opponents in every quarter. They have been outscored 0-7 in overtime for a total of 130-57, and I put the link in there of how you can see their complete stats breakdown. Sean, let's get to the chat line again. My bad. Brian McGlasson, acknowledging everybody. Justin McCord, peace up. Aaron Walker says, man, it's going to be close, giving them the ball back. Yep. Robbie says, good evening, gentlemen. What is my computer's messing up? So those are the ones to watch, Sean. I know you did a more intricate breakdown offensively, so let's go to that first. Sean, what is it to expect from the Pittsburgh offense tomorrow?
Well, Pittsburgh is a team that's going to pass the ball more than they run, as you point out with the stats. So you could say they're a pass-first offense. They utilize Des Reed a lot, although the talk is he probably won't play. So that'll be helpful to us because he's a guy to use in the passing game, out of the backfield, gadget play, stuff like that. He's kind of like Colin Lacey in essence. But as far as Eli Holstein, to me, he's their entire offense to me. If he's playing well, we're in trouble because he does throw the ball very well, but he has a tendency to not see defenders. Sometimes when he's throwing the ball, he'll key in on a receiver and not see a defender standing right there, and he'll throw it right to the defender. So I'm hoping he makes that mistake tomorrow. But he's really good throwing off platform, running and throwing the ball. He likes to be on the move and throw the ball. He does that a lot. To me, I'd rather keep him in the pocket. He seems.
Can I clarify? You want to keep this man in your pocket?
No, in the pocket.
You said the pocket.
The pocket. In the pocket.
Your titty pocket?
No.
Okay.
No. Because to me, when he's in the pocket, he's not as good a passer. I've seen him overthrow, underthrow some of those passes when he's in the pocket. When he's outside the pocket, when he's bootlegging out or he's scrambling, he's dangerous, very dangerous. And he can obviously run too and get he's not going to be like a guy that's going to take it to the house. But he'll get first downs left and right. He can get 10 to 12 yards every run if he wants. Now the receivers, Raphael Williams is the guy you got to stop. He's his security blanket. He's the guy he looks for first, and he's always trying to get the ball to him. However, they have another guy that he only has 4 receptions, but they've resulted in 143 yards and touchdown. Okay, and that guy is actually a freshman, Bryce Yates. You probably haven't heard of him because he only has 4 receptions, but
Well, I hadn't heard of him because I did that ones to watch, and he wasn't in any of the statistical leaders except for yards per catch.
four receptions, 143 yards. That
so
tells
he's caught
me
1 catch per game.
Yeah, it tells me those you got to watch for him because that one catch is usually a big time catch. But of course, the other guy, Kenny Johnson, he's got 9 receptions for 126 yards. He's the secondary receiver to me. It's Williams that you got to really key in on. If you want to win this game, you got to key in on Williams, I think.
Okay. So that's Sean's expert breakdown. Loosely worded there, but that's what he's expecting from Pittsburgh tomorrow. I don't know what to expect because we've had all this stuff going on with Injury Gate that happened. Not only did it happen, he almost intercepted that off the goalpost. Would that have counted, or would it have been dead?
I think it's dead once
Okay,
it hits the goalpost.
You just don't know we've got so many people on the questionable list. It's hard to even say, okay, Joe Hendry coming out after he'd been beat down backstage.
Somebody said his name.
Thank God it wasn't Sami Zayn, or we'd all be getting poked in the eye. I digress. I expect Sean's over here just bouncing in his seat. We're still looking. Nothing.
4th down and go.
I just don't know that this is gonna be one of those games where it feels like you're stuck in the mud. I feel like I don't see either side dominating too much because of injuries. I don't feel like Pitt, despite their lofty points per game, you put them against a real defense, and they've been slowed down exponentially. So it's gonna be really it's gonna be not a fun game to watch, but it's gonna be interesting to see if we are as good as we thought that we were. Let's reset real quick again as we're watching the last play of the game. You got it.
Touchdown.
Holy heck. They're going for 2, right?
No. Nah, you go to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
As we do our own formal review right here. No, that's hitting the ground. The trajectory shows.
No.
No.
In his hands.
You can't see it move or bounce or nothing. That's a catch.
Yeah, it's in his hands.
Holy crap balls.
What a catch.
What a catch. Sean, you're a catch. That most people throw back in the water. Let's reset real quick. This is Jeremy Wahman, Joe Wahman, and the incomparable Sean Barber here with the Prime IV Cardinal Sports Zone podcast on this Friday night. Previewing Pittsburgh. We're looking at another angle. No, I mean, there's nothing in that video
that's a touchdown
that shows it otherwise.
His right hand is firmly under the ball.
It doesn't move either.
You can't.
If it does, you can't see it. That's it's a John Cena type situation. Yes, absolutely. But again, we're here on the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, the Prime IV Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. We want to shout out, speaking of our sponsors, our fine sponsors, Prime IV, Fitness Market, 4 Pegs, Collision Course Crew, Cherry Pick and Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, Rally House, and Josh Jarbo from Remax Realty. And you'll see our other, our summer sponsor on here from time to time with us, Zach Beckman from Beckman's Fine Blades. We appreciate his help, input, all that stuff. He's been really good on here with us. Playing the part of Sam tonight is going to be Joey. He's going to read, not in Sam's accent, obviously, because that could be misconstrued.
That's bull.
Let's see. Call upheld, touchdown. But, Joey, let us know what Sam expects from this Pittsburgh defense.
Coach Pat Narduzzi's specialty is defense. The man can flat out coach a defense going all the way back to his days as Michigan State as a DC. Narduzzi has always played a physical and tough brand of defense, most times led by his front seven, and this year is no different. Hold on. Pause. All right. Pitt is led in tackles by junior linebacker Rasheem Biles. Biles, yeah. Sorry, I ain't got my glasses. With 30 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 pass breakups, 3 QB pressure hits. Redshirt sophomore Cruce Brookins.
It's Cruce Brookins.
Cruce Brookins is second tackles with 23 and 2 pass breakups. Through 3 games, the Panthers have totaled 12 sacks and 2 INTs. Through 3 games, Pitt is allowing just under 203 yards per game and under 84 yards per game. I don't know what he's talking about. Probably 203 pass yards, 84 rush. With what has been perceived as Louisville's offensive line struggles, I expect to see a lot of multiple fronts, 7 to 8 men in the box, just to see if the Cards' offensive line will miss an assignment or two. Louisville for a few zero blitzes from the Panthers.
And did Sam write this or Higgins?
I'm not sure. I'm just reading the words. And they will be well timed. Pitt has a lot of talent up front and can and will create a lot of pressures with just their front three or four. If Louisville can handle the blitz, pick up a few well-timed screens or check downs, it will. Sorry, that's so bad. That was on me. If Louisville can handle the blitz pickup, have few well-timed screens or check downs, it will create a problem for the Pitt defense. For as strong as the front seven is for Pittsburgh, the secondary is a real question mark in my eyes, in Sam's eyes. Bell, Lacey, and Collins can definitely have huge games for the Cards if the blocking up front holds up. Coach Narduzzi loves to play man defense and press coverage, so if the wide receivers and the tight ends beat the press or get a step on the guy, the ball has to be there immediately, or Pitt's team speed on defense will shut down any big play possibility for Louisville.
All right. That was Joey in the words of Sam Basden, which we still don't know if Sam's alive or what's going on. We appreciate him joining us for the show tonight. His name was on the graphic, so that means he had to be here, right?
Yeah.
In spirit.
The graphics that I've been putting out this week, the new ones, pretty decent?
Yes.
It's with no experience doing it.
So
think they're pretty smooth. I like them. Shout out to speaking of graphics, TJ just whipped up our new overlay, and it's fire, straight fire. I mean, a lot of y'all be like, well, I don't notice a lot of things different. Well, there's more sponsors in there. Some are put in different areas, and we got rid of that for sponsorship opportunities. Email, because we don't have any room for any more sponsors. If you want to send us money, we'll take it, but we can't promote any more businesses than we are right. We have one. I say that we've got one more we're working on. Joey's working on right now, but other than that, no more bad sponsors. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get right into it. The predictions for tomorrow. I'm going to go first. I think, Sam, for some reason, Sam felt like he can miss the show, but then send us his predictions and locks. So, Sam's prediction is 38-17 Louisville. Miller Moss throws 2 long touchdown passes. Mine, oddly enough, was 31-17. I can't predict any kind of stats because I don't even know who I was playing just yet. But I feel like we should have the talent to be able to squeak out a 2 touchdown victory there. Sean, what is your prediction for tomorrow? And do not say pain.
No, Merkin. No, 30-20.
And they picked off Virginia, and there's 12 seconds left.
They don't have any timeouts. So.
Oh, they don't have any. Well, they may be able to get one shot down the sideline. We'll see. We're reacting to this in real time. Sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
30-20 Louisville.
So you just stole mine and then added a field goal to it. No, I said 31. Okay, I'm sorry. False accusation. That happens to my friends sometime. Joey?
27-20.
Okay. So we all feel like it's going to be a relatively close game.
It's going to be a grinded out game.
Mm-hmm.
Sean will explain that to you later. Locks.
That's tough.
Sam didn't have a lot, unless Sam's lock he put in with his prediction and just maybe it is Higgy that's sending us his stuff. That his lock is that Miller Moss, those two long touchdown passes. Sean, what about yours?
My lock is Colin Lacey finds the end zone 3 times, twice on a pass, 1 on a punt return.
I can't stand you. I knew I should have went first because mine was Colin Lacey scores 3 different ways tomorrow: rushing, receiving,
Yours is different.
and returning.
Mine was 2 pass, 1 punt return.
So yours was going both ways. I'm going all 3 ways.
Mm-hmm.
So you go both ways.
You're going a 3-way too.
You go both
He's doing a
ways.
3-way. You're going both ways.
Gotcha. Joey, what about you?
I'm just going to keep probably saying the same thing. I think,
Okay.
Again, last week didn't come to fruition, even though Clev had a great game. He had 2 pass blocks.
Key.
Yeah, getting up to knock some balls down.
Yeah.
Swat some balls, but I think Pitt's quarterback is averaging being sacked about 2.5 times a game. So I think we sack the quarterback 4 times tomorrow.
Okay. Now, Brian McGlasson's asking, is the struggles of Miller Moss as simple as the inconsistent O-line play, or is he not as good as people thought? That's a great question because I think it can be a little bit of both. Obviously, our fan base likes to and it's good to support the team. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but everybody's the next Joe Montana or the next Michael Jordan, and sometimes you just can't live up to that hype every year. So, and when you saw Miller Moss play against us, he looked like a Joe Montana, I guess, against a less than stellar defense at that time. So, I really think that all boils down to we need to see him with the O-line having a little bit more consistency before I judge his talent, because I don't know, because he's not had enough time to throw back there in the pocket. He's had to make. I can tell you he's not that great of a decision maker as the other 2 quarterbacks we've had here, but he actually seems to be a combination of both. He seems like he can game manage well like Plummer, and he can throw it long like Shuck. So.
I think it's also has
Pluck. We'll call him Pluck.
I think it also has to do with what we think about Jeff Brom and quarterbacks, right? Not necessarily because Miller Moss did get benched at USC, so he wasn't having a great season, last year. And we think about Jeff Brom being the quarterback whisperer, so we set expectations for Miller Moss based on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And couple that. I'll couple that as well with the O-line play. So maybe, like you said, if there's more consistency on the O-line, maybe he has a little bit more time to get comfortable and start making the right decisions, because he's been hurried a lot, and just it gets in your head and you get happy feet, right? So
absolutely. Aaron Mudd says I picked Florida State in a parlay.
It's crazy. They've only played 8 overtime games
in their history.
Yeah, that's what it says. 4-4 all time.
Who?
Florida State.
Florida State. That's
kind of crazy.
Well, and we know we're included in one of them.
And Virginia's played 13. They're 4-9.
That was the one that Anthony Floyd picked the ball off, right? And then
somebody's getting their 5th overtime win. Lock it in.
Who was it?
I got a feeling.
Henry Miller wasn't Florida State. That was UK,
No,
right?
that was
so who's the one that won the UK? There was a similar play where we broke it. No, you're right. Anthony Floyd intercepted the ball. Well, I'm right. Not you're right. I'm right. He intercepted the ball, and then Henry Miller ran it on the next play. So we know
the rain game.
We know that. So while we wrap things up and we elaborate a little bit more, you all send us your predictions for tomorrow's score, and we'll hit that up in the very next segment after this. Please make sure you're out there supporting our photographers, Jeff Nunn, TJ Barr, Justin Kruger, and Keith Russell. Jeff Nunn's in Pittsburgh right now. He's going to be on the field tomorrow shooting for CardinalSportsZone.com. So we appreciate that. And we look forward to AFB PG Another Fire Photo Gallery. It took me a little bit too long to say that. Stay tuned to our social media and subscribe to us on YouTube or Facebook to be alerted anytime we go live, even though we prefer YouTube. Looks like people are starting to more people are tuning in on YouTube. We appreciate that. You can find the audio version of this podcast on over 125 podcast avenues: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart, wherever you find your music, and download it. Hit subscribe, like, heart, plus sign, or whatever it is Sean's doing under the table right now. Hit that button and it will be downloaded directly to your laptop, PC, or phone upon completion and uploading of the show. If you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, it's easy to find. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, go to the podcast tab, drop down menu, select CSC podcast for the last 7 seasons of this show. For the first 2 seasons, you can click on archives, and for all the stuff in between that was on ESPN 93.9 The Ville, you can't listen to it because Nikki V accidentally deleted it.
Flushed it down the toilet.
And he is this week's plunger of the week. I hadn't got to use that in a long time. Higgy ain't been on. Check out our exclusives at cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Sean, Sam, JK, Jeff, and myself, to name a few. We put it all out there for you all. We love to put our thoughts into words, and we have a good time doing it. Shout out to everybody who's out there sharing the podcast. We appreciate and love you guys. Shout out to our guys, Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage, doing the Lord's work from Monday through Friday from 10 to noon on ESPN 93.9 The Ville. Shout out to our guy, Dalton Pence, Monday. He's got Mondays with DP from 6 to 7 on the Big X. And shout out to our guys, Terrence Jennings and Blake McCauley. This week they interviewed BJ Flynn on Spill in the Ville. They getting some really good stuff. Social media, Sean, where can everybody find? No, Joey, where can everybody find you on social media?
Joe Wallman 526.
You can find Sam at Baseboy124 or at I Ain't Her 2025. Sean, where can they find you?
At Elville Sean.
And where can they find you on Craigslist?
I'd rather not divulge that name.
Okay.
Lonely Island Boy.
Handy Wanderer. Handy Wanderer. I'm at Jeremy_CSZ. The website is at Card Sports Zone, as you can tell from the bottom banner. Shout out to our guys, Mark and Dan from the 502 Circle, doing their thing. Today, the turnout for the basketball team autograph session was insane. The line was outside, wrapped around. First people got there for was it 6 or 6:30?
It was 6:30.
6:30.
They were there at 4:15.
The first guy got there at 3 o'clock. I got there at 4:15. There were already 8 people in line. Now, 4 of them belonged to the first guy that got there, but still, as we pursued, bloop, almost another interception. It was just crazy, and the setup was really cool. They really got that done well. The entire basketball team was there, and Pat Kelsey made a surprise appearance there. So shout out to our guy, Rick Keeber, setting that up. Awesome thing. That Planet Fitness, it really is. I know a lot of people say, well, they all look the same. They may all look the same. Some of them look very similar, right? This one looks a lot like the one in Shepherdsville to me, but there's just a different vibe, a different feel. The equipment's newer, it's nicer, and the staff there is really, really friendly. If you see a little girl with green hair there named Jayla, make sure you give her a lot of crap. She just started there a couple weeks ago, and what do we got here? Sorry, I can't watch 2 TVs and do the show. That's my bad. Just give her some crap and tell her that Jeremy sent you. Final thoughts, Sean. I'll let you go first.
It's Merkin season in Pittsburgh.
All right, Pittsburgh is what Sean said. Joey?
Maryland sucks.
Okay, bringing the Sunday stuff in on a Friday. I like it. Sam?
Well, they suck on Fridays and Sundays.
There you go. Sam had the testicles to send me his last words. Go Cards, beat Pitt. Relax. Happy 65th birthday to my dad.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. I'm sorry you've had to put up with him for this long. Listen, we appreciate you guys. We have fun doing this every Friday night. We have even more fun on Sundays, but we love entertaining y'all anytime that we're on. For myself, for the big little brother, for the guy whose hands are a little bit too ashy, we thank you again for all the support. We love you guys, and until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. And I got to go ahead and put y'all scores on here.
Pay attention.
Hey, Sean, it was good meeting you too, my man. I appreciate it. Different Sean, not you. Nobody likes you.